What's going on, guys? A little bit of wisdom I want to impart to you guys today, and I hope it inspires somebody, and maybe you'll understand. Going through what I did, going through narcissistic abuse, taught me a lot of things that I needed to learn about my life, about me, and about how I accepted too much from other people. How I had weak boundaries and loved others unconditionally. And was compassionate and understanding and giving and to people who didn't deserve it. And I think I attracted those people my entire life because I took them at their word. And I've had to learn lessons I never wanted to. I had to learn that liars don't deserve the truth. So there are people out there that look at a genuine person, someone who just the person who I was 3 years ago would not like who I am now. And that's because that person had their head in the clouds as far as their human beings were concerned. Liars don't deserve the truth. Some people not worth your time, not worth talking to, not worth telling them what's really in your heart or on your mind because they'll use it against you. There are really nasty people out there like narcissists or toxic people who will who first off hate you because you're genuine and then use your honesty against you, to manipulate you. The person I was 3 years ago wouldn't like who I am now because I'm a lot more reserved. And I'll employ the tactics that I've learned about toxic people against them now. And the person that I was 3 years ago would have hated that. They would have looked at me and said, I would have been disgusted. Who I was 3 years ago would look at me and say, I will never be like that. That is disgusting. But the truth of the matter is, guys, nice guys finish last. You don't have to sacrifice. Well, I don't think what I understood then, what I understand now, is you don't have to sacrifice who you are to be a better version of yourself. You don't have to sacrifice your ethics and morality. Some people are out to destroy you. And if you don't know how to deal with them, those types are going to continue to destroy you throughout your life. I thought I had gathered a group of people around me years ago, and when I was trying to build a company at that time, who were like me, who were just honest or passionate, and then come to find out that a lot of them weren't. They were there to use me, and when they couldn't use me anymore, I became a piece of trash. And they began smear campaigns and isolated me because I didn't live up to elevating them, to using my status, my energy, or who I am to elevate them. And they took that as an affront. Narcissists, narcissistic people, toxic people. I've learned that you got to take people at their actions, not their words. I used to believe what people said. I used to think that because when I spoke about how I felt, I was being 100% genuine, and I thought that I attracted those types of people, and I didn't. Well, I did in some cases with some, but it's not the case. You got to take people for who they are, who they show you to be, their actions, not their words. Terrible lessons that an empathic person like me never wanted to learn. So here I am. Oh God, it's been a year now since I actively began trying to break that trauma bond. I finally broke it, thank God. And I'm rebuilding my life. I don't have a studio, I have a car. I built, but on the upside, I built something through my passion, this channel, to 7,000 subscribers out of a car. When I was working for several years from a studio, using an editor on my computer, getting source material and putting clips together and all these things. But then I had a lot of parasites, leeches, disingenuous people around me were lying to me about who they were, that have at this point exposed themselves. But like, as I'm rebuilding my life now, I can only imagine if I can make 7,000 subscribers out of a car on my phone, what am I going to be able to do when I get to the point where I have a studio again and I'm able to make those types of videos and make clips and you know, refine the message that I'm sending? What am I going to be able to do? Sky's the limit. I'm working 2 jobs, working hard as hell. Sometimes you've got to be destroyed. Sometimes you've got to be put back in the fire. You got to be put back on the forge to become a better version of yourself. And you might end up being someone so different than you used to be, but still the same. Like, I'm still honest, but it's only to the people who have proven themselves to who they are. Like, I'm still honest and giving and compassionate and kind and all those things that I loved about me, the old me. I'm still that, but to people who deserve it. And I've apparently grown so much and created these strong boundaries where I didn't have them before, that I've become outright offensive to toxic people who never liked me and claimed to be my friends. You can get through anything, guys. You can rebuild yourself. You can reforge yourself. Sometimes you've just got to be utterly destroyed. I thought I was at the top of my game, and the gods, God, source, universe, sent the apex of every weakness that I had in my ex, in that narcopath, to test me. And I failed spectacularly. I failed utterly and spectacularly. But out of that crazy failure, I became something better than I've ever been in my life. Stronger, wiser, and better than I've ever been in my life. I hope that all of you who go through this type of experience come out on the other end the same way. And I hope that you do so without losing your heart. Your genuine, true person that you are. You know, you're the loving person that you are at your center. Because I think that had been the real crime. If I had just gone full dark or given up or off myself, then I think that would have been the biggest crime. Anyway, I love you guys, and I appreciate you being here and supporting me. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And never again suffer them fools. Run.